Hello people and welcome to another book video of mine where I'm talking a bit about the books that I semi-read in a month. First off, I'm in the biggest reading slump I have ever been in. I just cannot get myself to read. It's just not captivating my mind at all. I get distracted so much. It's not the books that I'm reading, they're very interesting. It's just, I don't know, my mind just can't take it anymore. As I have not really been reading much at all, I only read 3 books in the past 1.5 months. I'm just gonna tell you a bit about them and then talk about the books that I am going to read, hopefully soon-ish. As I already told you last time, I started reading this in February and I did finish it in March. It's Der Böse by Ben Aaronovitch, and it's the 4th book in his series about Peter Grant. And again, I liked it a lot. I didn't like this one as much as I liked the others, but I also still liked it a lot. And I started reading the 5th one, but I haven't gotten into it yet. I've read like 50 pages or something and I haven't gotten into it yet. I am very worried about that because with these books, usually I started reading them and after 50 pages I couldn't put them down anymore. I don't know. I'll see that I get into Foxglove Summer soon, hopefully this month, but yeah, it's taking me super long. But this one was okay. It was good. I enjoyed it, but not as much as the others. Hopefully the series isn't degrading slowly because that would be very sad because I had a jolly good time. I don't know where that came from. Next I watched a movie about J.K. Rowling's life, a fictitious movie, and that made me want to read more biographies. So I got this biography. It is by Colleen Sexton, I think she's called. And it's a pretty good biography. It sums up a lot of her life, I think until like 2006. So it's not up to date, but it's a good biography. It's in English and it told me a lot about the woman behind the books. Even though it's really short and it's a biography, it's very well written and I enjoyed it a lot. And the last book is a book that I already mentioned on my main channel, and that's Homegoing by this woman, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I'm gonna butcher it and I do not want to do that. And this book is very hard to read in the sense that it has a lot of cruel situations that get described and a lot of heartbreak and hardship. It's a book about slavery, so you would expect that. It's also very good. It's so captivating and it keeps you reading and it keeps you wanting to know what happens in the next generation. Basically, this book is about 2 girls who are half-sisters who don't know of the other's existence, and one gets married to a to a British soldier who is working in the slave trade in Africa and the Gold Coast in Ghana, and the other gets taken to be a slave and sold as a slave to America. And it basically follows their children and their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, etc. down to the current generation. So it starts in like 1690 or something and then goes up until the 2000s. And it's very fascinating to see what influence the slave trade has on the lives of these 2 girls and their sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters, and also how different life can be depending on where you are situated, and also how much, excuse my language, shit can happen to one person in one life. How much injustice there is in life, because so many of the bad things that happen to people in this book just happen out of pure spite or just being at the wrong place and the wrong time. The book I have gotten in furthest right now is Fun Science by Charlie. And I tried to get this finished for VidCon, but I didn't. I got like halfway through. And this is kind of hard to read because it's scientific and I don't want to rush through it because I don't want to just read it and not understand the science he's trying to teach me. It's not a fiction book, so it's harder to read, but it's extremely interesting and I love the humor in it. Then I've also picked up the second Pip Bartlett book because it's so tiny and small, and it's Pip Bartlett's Guide to Unicorn Trading. And I've only read like 2 pages just an hour ago and I like it, but I don't have anything more to say about it. Just picked it up because it's really tiny and it's really big font and it's just 150 pages. So I hope I can get through this today. We will see. And then last but not least, the next book I'm picking up is The Dinner by Herman Koch. This is a book that Sana gave to me because we were in a bookshop and I asked her to pick out a Dutch book that has been translated to English, and she picked this. The premise sounds very interesting, and I have heard Sana rave about this book so often now that I'm definitely gonna read this next after I finished Pip Bartlett. So that was all I had for you on the book front today. I hope I will see you soon in my next video, and I really hope that I get out of this reading slump soon, because I'm currently 4 books behind my book challenge on Goodreads. I have to go now. Bye!